And we back. Now, for the new guys around here that don't know, I am a diehard Bulls fan. I mean, I'm literally wearing a Beast from the East shirt right now that I didn't really plan for this video. But I'm not the only diehard Bulls fan. See, YouTube has a lot of creators on here that are Bulls fans. For example, we got Mike Korzimba.
I'm rocking my Dennis Rodman shirt for this occasion. I am a Bulls fan, if you don't know.
We got Nick the Bulls fan. It's literally in the man's name.
How is everybody doing? Nick the Bulls fan here.
We got Sub the Gamer.
Derrick Rose.
We got Rusky Buckets.
The Chicago Bulls have sucked so far this season. I would sugarcoat that, but that's not really how I roll.
And it goes on and on. And though right now we suck, and though right now we are the laughing stock of the league, we got some of the most loyal and most dedicated fans in the league. And that's why I love being a Bulls fan. With today's video, we're trying to take this quiz to see if it's going to show that we're one of the most diehard Bulls fan on the YouTube platform. Let's go. So we're taking the Ultimate Bulls Stats Challenge 2010 to present for King of the Fourth Quarter. Again, I love it when y'all create quizzes specifically for me. It makes me feel good. That means that y'all like dedicated to helping the channel, and I appreciate that. So I started watching hoops in like 2001, 2002, and that's when I became a Bulls fan, because without cable, I mean, the only basketball games I really got to see were the Bulls, and they sucked back then. But younger me didn't care. And I guess older me don't care either, because I still watch every game today. So from 2010 to now, we basically got to guess the top points per game and so on and so forth. This quiz doesn't have the best track record, 2.8 out of 5. But I've said this before. Y'all be giving these quiz makers too hard of a time. All right? As long as all the answers are correct, that's all that matters. So shout out to Logan for creating this one. At the bottom, you'll see I have not taken this just yet. Let's get into it. All right. So we're going to start from this year. This year, it has been Zach LaVine as our top scorer. We paid him all that money. And so far this year, he's like, you know what? I'm worth that money on the offensive side of the ball. And now, with all the terribleness that's going on in Chicago in the locker room, it seems like Zach LaVine has stepped up as being one of the vocal leaders. And I kind of like that. So shout out to Zach LaVine. Rebounds per game this year. That's a pretty good question. I wonder if we're taking into account injury. Because before Bobby Portis got injured, he was dogging. So I'm going to go Bobby Portis. It was Bobby Portis. Okay, so I guess injury does not matter. He did just come back last game on the minutes restriction and everything. Him and Chris Dunn just came back. And speaking of Chris Dunn, I'm guessing he's going to be there for assists and steals, because that's what Chris Dunn does. So he is there for assists, turnovers, and personal fouls. Get off my man Chris Dunn. He's literally played 2 games this season. I guess he fouled a lot in those 2 games. Oh, and last year too. Chris Dunn, keep your hands to yourself, all right? But again, if you keep your hands to yourself, maybe you don't average the most steals. So actually, Chris Dunn, I'm gonna let you do you, okay? I'm not gonna tell you what to do. So since it's not Chris Dunn with the steals, it's probably Justin Holiday. He's got that long wingspan. He's in the passing lanes, and he's been playing pretty solid for us this year. And because he's playing so solid, something tells me he will be traded before the end of the season or before trade deadline. Because, I mean, there may be a playoff team like, you know what, let's take a chance on Justin. He's been shooting the ball very well this season. So I like Justin, but he might get traded because he just doesn't fit the timeline. We're rebuilding. Blocks per game, it is our rookie Wendell Carter. That boy does it. He meets people at the apex. Shout out to Russell Westbrook. He called it a couple nights ago. Wendell Carter Jr., pretty solid draft pick by the Bulls. Okay, so last year, since we're not taking into account injuries, I'm guessing we're not taking into account trading as either. Because before the Bulls traded Nico Mirotic, he was hooping. The whole month of December where the Bulls were good, Nico Mirotic was our leader there. So Nico Mirotic, boom. And then this year he has been hooping as well, but now he's injured, so his stats looking kind of trash. But he was doing his thing before he got injured. Rebounds per game last year, it would only make sense that it's Lauri Markkanen. Oh yeah, it was gonna be between Lauri and Robin, but Robin never has been a great rebounder. He's been okay, but not a great rebounder. But he may be there for blocks last year. He is there for blocks last year. And then free throw percentage, I don't know, man. I'm not paying attention to players' free throw percentage. And my luck, it's probably somebody that played 3 games for us and then we released them. So we'll go to the year before that. That was the last year of Jimmy Butler. And Jimmy Butler just filled out this quiz. He was our leader for a very long time. So shout out to Jimmy. We miss you, but I'm glad you're doing your thing. Rebounds per game that season, probably Taj. And then we traded Taj. And Taj was, a Bulls lifer. Some players, when they play for the Bulls, I'm always consider them a Bulls lifer. Jimmy Butler for me would always be a Bulls lifer. Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah, Taj Gibson, even Luol Deng. You know, those guys that got us looking pretty decent will always be Bulls lifers for me. Assists per game, that was the last year of Rondo, or the only year of Rondo. Fouls per game and free throws per game. Again, I'm not paying attention to that stuff. Wade didn't lead us in anything, but we liked Wade here. It didn't really work out, obviously. 8th seed and it didn't work out. But, you know, Chicago kid coming home, I'm okay with that. So back to 2015, 2016. Is this the last year of Joe? That is the last year of Joe, but Joe wasn't leading us in rebounds. So who was leading us in rebounds that wasn't Joe? It wasn't Taj. It may be Powell. Shout out to Powell. Big number 16. And then again, we get to free throws and turnovers. I don't really know. Year before that, I think this is the last year of Derrick Rose, right? This is the last year of Derrick Rose, so he fills it out there with turnovers per game and assists per game. Oh, and then a year before that, or year after that, turnovers per game. But the free throws is a struggle. So we taking it back to 2013, 2014. That was back when my boy Luol was still in the Bulls jersey, and he was still hooping. See, nowadays they got my boy Luol sitting on the end of the bench in Minnesota, and yeah, he's not good anymore. But sometimes give him some run. When y'all getting blown out or y'all blowing some teams out, give Luol some run. Thibodeau, he's one of your guys, isn't he? Let him play. Assists per game. Now we're taking it way back. I'm guessing this is going to be Captain Kirk, and it is. Whenever it says free throw, I'm just not even going to worry about it. Steals per game in 2011, 2012. I'm going to guess Rip Hamilton. No. So if it's not Rip Hamilton, Ronnie Brewer. These years get mixed up in my head. Well, was it last year Rip Hamilton was here? I don't know. What was it last year Ronnie Brewer was here? I don't know. They all get mixed up. And now we're on personal fouls and free throw percentage. Okay, let's start throwing out some Bulls players' names. Nate Robinson. No Nate Robinson. We did Captain Kirk. Free throw percentage. Who's like a just very good free throw percentage shooter for us? Could it be Mike Dunleavy? I don't know how to spell his name. I'm going to take some time. I still got 4 minutes left. I got all the major ones. We got some free throw percentages, some personal foul percentages. That's pretty much it. Those are the last ones we got. We got all the major categories. So I'm going to sit here for a little bit and try to figure out the top free throw shooters. I still can't spell this man's name right. Or maybe that is spelled right. I really don't know. But if it's not going to be Mike Dunleavy, Cal Korver is there for a year. But honestly, I think that's all I got. All right, the rest doesn't really matter. I'll take that. Mike James. Yo, I put Rip. Did I spell his name wrong? I'm going to guess Rip Hamilton. No. Go back and rewatch it. I put Rip Hamilton, didn't I? Anyway, I may have spelled it wrong. I don't know how I can spell Hamilton wrong, but I guess I wasn't paying attention. Mike James is a name that was actually in a video I recorded a couple days ago. Nobody's really been talking about Mike James, and somehow he makes an appearance in 2 videos. Personal fouls, it does make sense that it was Carlos Booz. The guy never really had the defense, so yeah, let's foul a lot. Jimmer Fredette, yeah, that's a good name. Anthony Morrow, he didn't play here very long. Michael Carter-Williams also didn't play here very long. And then Kay Felder. I think Kay Felder just got in some trouble with the law not too long ago. So we got a 91%. Does this prove we're the biggest Bulls fan on this platform? No. But I just really want to take a Bulls quiz, all right? I'm not saying I'm the biggest fan, but I just love my Bulls. I don't miss a game. And though we suck, I love my roster, all right? Thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please leave it a like. This has been Kenny. I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.
I love the players. I love our squad. But everything else from management to ownership, because Jerry Reinsdorf does not care, especially right now because, as Pierre said before the podcast started, we got some big things happening with the Chicago White Sox, hopefully. They don't care about the Bulls right now. And because of us fans, we pack out the place every single night. They're not going to change anything because that money is flowing in. I'm not saying boycott the Bulls games, but I like watching them on TV.